We've arrived at Thousand Trails Crescent Bar Campground near Quincy, Washington. Let's go check it out. To get to Crescent Bar Thousand Trails, you'll need to wind down in the Columbia River Valley. It is a spectacular drive. Let me show you some dash cam footage. After you complete check-in at the front gate, they'll give you a gate code so you can come in and out of the campground. After you pass through the front gate, on your right-hand side, you'll see 4 cabin rentals. And here's a little bit better look of the outside of the cabins. Melody and I are camped down on River Road. We have a 50 amp full hookup site. Let me work my way down through the campground and show you our campsite. Crescent Bar Thousand Trails Campground does have a pool. And they do have a hot tub at Crescent Bar Thousand Trails.
Good morning. I'm at the laundromat at Thousand Trail Crescent Bar RV Campground in Quincy, Washington. It looks like they have 4 washers, 4 dryers. It is tight in here. As you can see, it does take quarters, and it looks like you can pay with your phone by downloading this app. There we go. Again, it is a little tight in here, as you can see. You could probably get 2 people in here at a time doing laundry.
Here's a look down Park Road. You can get some pretty big RVs in this campground. And you will find a fair amount of shade within the campground. Here are some of the sites that are backed up against the perimeter of the property. And there are a fair number of campsites that have water views. A lot of these are seasonal sites, but there are some transient sites where you'll have a view of the Columbia River. Look how high those canyon walls are. So Melody and I are down this way. This is River Road. And River Road, of course, faces out toward the Columbia River. And Melody and I do have a partial view of the Columbia River from our sitting area right outside of our RV. Here's a vacant site, site number 66. It backs right up to the river. Let's see what kind of hookups we have at site 66. 50-30 amp electric hookup. There's your sewer. You have water there. This is a full hookup site. There's some tent camping sites right on the river, believe it or not. I'll show you those in a minute, but this is your view from Site 66. There's the picnic table for Site 66. And there is a public walking trail. You can see a public restroom down there and the paved walking trail, and it goes for quite a ways, clear down to the point down there. Isn't that beautiful? Melody and I walked down there yesterday. Very nice public facilities, walking trail, several different restrooms. Melody and I are staying here at Crescent Bar 1000 Trails. There was no upcharge after we paid our membership dues and bought our membership. This is without additional cost to stay here. It's one of the reasons why we're 1000 Trails members. Definitely is affordable, and look at the scenery you have from this particular campground. 1000 Trails Crescent Bar Campground near Quincy, Washington. Let me take you over and show you our campsite. So I told you we had a partial river view. So I'm standing in Site 66 right now. I'm gonna turn around. These are tent camping sites that you're looking at in the center of your screen. I believe there's 4 of them. And there have been tent campers that come in here. And then my site is directly across the street from Site 66. And we are really happy with our site. I'm in Site 67. Give you a better view of our seating area. There's a basketball court right behind us. But this is our seating area. And our view of the Columbia River. Pretty sweet. So there's another vantage point of my campsite. Site number 67. And look how high the gorge walls are. And then the tent camping sites are directly across from our site. They start T68. They do have electric. There's no sewer there. T70. And they're marked with a little tent camping sign. T72. But wow, what a view. So that's a look down River Road, and just past the tent camping sites there's several seasonal sites, and then you're going to come to the clubhouse, which has a gazebo and a sitting area out here where you can take in the Columbia River. Let's go take a closer look. So this is the seating area I was telling you about. Melody and I met a really nice couple in Florida this past snowbird season, and they're here. 1000 Trails Crescent Bar. We're going to come out here tonight and have some wine, cheese, and crackers. And so that ought to be fun. And tomorrow we're heading to Leavenworth, 1000 Trails. Melody and I, years ago when I was a young officer in the Army, we were stationed out of Fort Lewis, and so we're familiar with the little town of Leavenworth. I have a German village there, and we were stationed in Germany for a little over 3 years, and so we're really excited to go back to Leavenworth. Melody and I are really looking forward to having some authentic German cuisine down in the village of Leavenworth. So the plan of action is, after we check out of Crescent Bar Thousand Trails tomorrow, we're heading to Leavenworth, checking in at 12 noon when you can check in. And we're going to drive down to the local post office and pick up our mail that has arrived from West Virginia, general delivery. And then we're going to have dinner in Leavenworth. Really looking forward to it. And here's another vantage point. The gazebo is off to your right, and then you can see the walking trail that goes for quite a ways. You can go both directions. It goes further if you go to your left, and this is, I mean, it's appropriately named. This is literally a crescent-shaped flat piece of ground that sits down in the Columbia River Valley. So Crescent Bar is aptly named, and it is gorgeous. It's one of the more scenic Thousand Trails campgrounds that we've stayed at. Would definitely come back and visit Crescent Bar Thousand Trails. I think I'm going to leave it here. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.